MetaEarth took over Istanbul Blockchain Week. And you know, we don't do things small. Come with me as we meet the top builders shaping the future of Web3.
This is one of the greatest events in Turkey.
If I put 50% of my capital in altcoin, 50% at least is going to Bitcoin.
Do you believe Ethereum will remain dominant?
We are all here to educate the people that this technology is the future.
Great. I will go back and introduce your project to our Persian community because it's so interesting and so something from future. I really like it.
The statistics are very sad, especially in the crypto ecosystem.
Hi everyone, we are here at the Istanbul Blockchain Week, and guess what? We are one of the main sponsors here. Our booth is quite big. I'm gonna show you soon. We have many people working with us today. You'll see green t-shirt all over the event. And let's go speak with many crypto minds here. There's the Web3 builders, there's Web3 marketing agency, NFT projects. So we're gonna chat with them, run a lot of interviews, and I hope you're gonna enjoy. Let's go. So as usual, we have all our brand books, all information. We're gonna have a side event tomorrow as well. And then we have games to play. Then of course, all the gadgets as usual. And we also have our little spot for interviews. Today, I will be interviewing many people here, builders, KOLs, projects, so I can't wait to get started. This is the RWA stage, so they talk mainly about RWAs, of course, which is the biggest trend in crypto right now. Everyone is talking about it, and you know, institutions are getting involved for RWA, so it's literally the next big thing. And we have the main stage down there.
And of course, our CTO and CSO took over the main stage to talk about MetaEarth missions.
So I'm Daniel Madden. I'm the CTO at MetaEarth. We are a layer 1 blockchain focused on sustainability and real-world use cases.
But we intend to create another world, and that is the digital world. And the world that we are building is open and it is decentralized.
We had many people passing by. Actually, today is the second day. Our MeID users are increasing every day. Yesterday we hit 1.3 million and we keep increasing, so it's actually good, guys. We are becoming bigger and bigger every day. Hi Jan, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
This is one of the greatest events in Turkey. Like you can follow it every year. I am still seeing so much intelligent people, and the connection is so good. What we do is we do market research for the past 8 years.
Okay.
And we have a community of 90,000 people. So each time when we work with a company, we ask our community to answer the questions, and they might earn, like they used to earn Turkish lira. But after coming to this event, I was like, okay, we're taken to the crypto world, we're taken to blockchain, and now for the first time that I'm here with my own token.
In Web2, people, they just give away all their data.
Exactly.
They don't get paid for it.
Nope.
And in Web3, we can finally monetize that, so it's a very great thing.
Actually, we were doing this, we kind of had like a synthetic token, because our 90,000 people, we know their ID numbers, we know their addresses, we know their income. So they're all KYC actually. Okay. And once we want to step into Web3, they were like, okay, this is it. And that's how we actually get invested really fast and really easy. Okay. And now we are doing our second step.
You know, I feel there could be some collaboration because
yes.
so my company is called MetaEarth. It's not my company, I work for them. And what we do is a decentralized KYC. So imagine like what you do Web3 can be even more Web3.
Exactly.
Still doing a KYC but decentralized.
Exactly, that would be perfect.
Hi, we're here with Kasper from Polkadot.
Yes, it's great to be here. Great to see all the happy, interested people in different blockchain technology. Polkadot, I think, is if I really what it's there for is like really the scalability of what you can actually build on Polkadot and actually build your full sovereign layer 1 directly on Polkadot, secured by Polkadot. I think is second to none, depending on what you can build anywhere else. Yeah. That's one of the reasons why we at Mythos Chain has built Mythos Chain directly on Polkadot. Yep. Because basically we can get the chain to do anything it wants. We have full control over what it does, but it's fully secured by Polkadot. And of course you have the interoperability with all the other chains in Polkadot, and also towards other ecosystems via bridging and so on. So I think the most interesting thing is like on on Mythical chain right now, we've just launched our new FIFA game called FIFA Rivals.
Okay.
We have a Pudgy Party game coming out later this year with Pudgy Penguins.
Okay.
So really what we're looking at is like we want to onboard the next billion people to Web3, and we're doing that through mobile games.
Yeah.
And one of the things we're really doing a lot on is trying to figure out how do we solve scalability issues with Polkadot to make sure that we actually have a fully scalable chain that can really onboard millions of gamers playing concurrently and having a seamless experience in the game.
I guess like the classic monolithic chain now is outdated.
Definitely, yeah.
No, so we are a modular chain. So I think like parachain, modular chain are really like the future and what can help Web3 going to mass adoption as well.
Definitely.
Do you believe Ethereum will remain dominant, or we will see a shift toward our other blockchain?
I don't necessarily. Well, I think that shift is probably already happening. I think Ethereum will always have a big place in the general blockchain ecosystem, right? And we have so many layer 2s also building on Ethereum.
Yeah.
But I think really what blockchain needs to look at is like, how do we make sure that we're interoperable with the different with the different chains?
Yeah. So we are an interoperable blockchain. We're using also Cosmos tech in order to be interoperable and be able to have this cross-chain tech.
Yeah, so basically we are a centralized exchange.
Okay.
What we stand out from other people is that we focus on trading bots. So we have been like doing our trading bot for the last 6 years already.
Wow.
So that's kind of like a selling point, like to differentiate from other exchanges right now.
Okay, I think it's great because I think recently it's becoming harder to monetize with the crypto space just by hodling. So you need to do trading, but not everyone can trade. Like it's very hard. So I think like this can be the future. Of crypto.
Exactly. Especially the market is not so good so far, and it's keep like going sideways, right? Actually, it's the best moment to use our bot because our bot is best for when the market it goes up and down, go up and down.
Yeah, of course.
So it generate profit from the ups and downs.
Yeah, of course. We have a token, but we haven't listed anywhere yet because we don't really want whales to move the price of the token because we are focusing on UBIs, universal basic income that we called unconditional basic income. So we want first the community to get on board through, rewards, staking.
Basically, I believe like all the token like project, you guys are looking for larger user base and larger like liquidity, right? Because you want to maintain your like user base and liquidity as well. So Pionex is the best choice because of we have like millions of trading bot, active trading bot by our users out there. So it's kind of like instant liquidity for most of the projects out there. If they create trading bot on the token pairs, so the price will be not like goes up and down, goes up and down.
Cenoa is a fintech app, and what we do is we provide solopreneurs, e-exporters, freelancers, entrepreneurs in emerging markets like Nigeria and Turkey with US bank accounts so that they can get paid at 10 times lower fees and very easily. And we do that with the blockchain.
You basically provide a payment method for freelancers in these places like Nigeria and
and all emerging markets. So right now we are active in over 40 countries. And we have over 400,000 users in the world.
We are a modular blockchain, and we, through our tokenomics, we are creating universal basic income for our users. So basically, when you create what we call a MiID, so you go through KYC, is a decentralized KYC on our blockchain, we give you a MEC to stake that generates more income, and also like you get rewards doing other tasks. And our biggest community are in countries like Nigeria, Pakistan.
Our focus is the same. Like we are focusing on emerging markets together. So I think we have a really great position.
So I am Ayşe. My name is actually Ayşegül Şensoy. So I'm the chair of Istanbul Blockchain Women Association. On the other hand, I've been in the industry for more than 8 years. Now I'm running a company headquarters in Dubai, but based in Istanbul. So I'm running the Turkey and CIS region. It's a Fuze, a regulated digital asset service provider.
Nice.
We are providing services for institutional players mainly and brokerage services for whole region.
You bring in basically project, let's say you're making project legal, right? That's basically what you're doing. What shift have you been seeing in the project you are onboarding and you see in the Web3 space recently?
A couple years ago, we don't see that much men or women with this kind of clothes in Web3 seminars or webinars, but nowadays I think with the help of mass adoption and regulation, I think these two worlds are coming closer. And Web3 is looking very close to the projects happening in Web2 and vice versa.
What advice do you give us? Because we are a modular blockchain, and as I was explaining before, we have this decentralized KYC that we are doing. Do you think this can help the Web3 ecosystem in getting toward a mass adoption, because can help, from a regulatory perspective, maybe with institutions that want KYC or things like that?
What you guys are doing is amazing, actually, because in this blockchain world, we all need trust. Trust is the main issue, and what you guys are doing is building trust with some different tools. In Web3, it's a little bit complicated for the ones who are the newcomers, right? Who are not very familiar for Web3. But such tools and such trust gives them confidence to get into the market. So you are helping them to expand the market and increase the demand for the market. My advice would be only to get to know more about Web2 and Web3 intersections. And we are still in the beginning phases of all this technology.
I want to ask you something more about women in the space. As you run an organization that help onboarding women in Web3, clearly we have more men than women. What do you think we can tell women to get involved into Web3, why they should get involved into Web3?
First of all, my advice for women is to just jump into the water, right? Just don't watch by the side, because the numbers, the statistics are very sad, especially in the crypto ecosystem. Only 4% of the cryptocurrency CEOs are women right now. And normally, we have 50 men and 50 women in real life. So these numbers should be aligned. It's also very important for the development. For empowerment is quite important, because as much as we have more women in the industry moves faster. It was worse before, but nowadays, thanks again to the mass adoption, we'll see more women. But the problem nowadays is we don't see much women in the decision-making level. Yes, we see women more and more, but not on the C-level processes or C-level in the company. So this is a little bit, we still need to look at it.
Well, welcome to the Public Masterpiece universe. I'm the co-founder and CEO of the company. We started actually in Germany in 2018, very early, before anybody was talking about real-world assets or tokenization. Our path took us to Dubai. We launched a year and a half ago. Before that was just the development phase. So what we are doing is we bring real-world asset as real physical asset on the blockchain. We certify it, and we have our own marketplace. So we actually sell the art pieces. So you receive the art piece at home.
Nice.
You get an NFT certificate, and with that certificate, you can actually even get yield.
Many people would think that NFTs are dead after the 2021 hype, not realizing that there's so much more. You even called an RWA, a real world asset, which is becoming a big trend. It's also a way to verify the original piece, that you couldn't really do like that before. So
it's connected. With us, the NFT has no value without the original piece, and the original piece has no value without the NFT. So connecting the real world to blockchain is what we're here for.
And I guess it's also easier to make investment in art, because you can just buy a piece of the NFT.
Sure, we have 3 ways. So you can buy, if we look at this example, you can buy the single real world asset, a unique piece, or you can buy a collectible, a smaller piece. Or you can buy a fractional piece. So we have, right now in the Museum of Jacques Chirac in Paris, we have a $3 million worth golden silk piece, for instance. That will be fractionalized once it's done with its tour in the museums. So it's very exciting, we give the opportunity not only to the elite, but also for people that are maybe interested in art or are young and want to invest into something, and they have only a couple $100, but give them the opportunity to invest into something, learn the technology, and at the same time be able to get a return of investment.
As a blockchain, we see the value of NFT. We have our NFT collection ourselves. You can store your NFT in our Me app, that's how it's called. and we are interoperable as well. So we connected with our blockchain. So one day maybe we're gonna have your artwork there.
I believe
as well.
In this industry we live of connecting with each other, supporting each other, exploring wider options where we can expand.
You see right here, how come you are the most good-looking guy in crypto? I don't know, it just happened. Hey, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Fine, great, awesome.
How are you funding the event?
Excellent. This year especially, it's actually off the charts.
You're presenting, right?
I am presenting the DeFi AI section of the event.
Are you a DeFi guy?
I am a DeFi guy. I'm an everything guy. I've been in crypto since 2017, not just as a trader, not just as an investor, but a C-level executive.
Okay.
I've written a couple of books, about 6 or 7 of them. I go around, I talk on stages, and yeah, I just have fun on my YouTube channel, The Crypto Factor, where I try to give as much value and education to everyone as I can.
Did you see any specific shift or trend in the last few months?
A few things I've noticed at other events as well. Not so much this event, it's actually quite unique, but I have seen a lot of exchanges at events where before it was more startups. I'm seeing more and more exchanges and so on, which means there's a lot more onboarding. Not retail, not mainstream, those are not the right words, but I do see a lot of institutions and a lot of big shift coming towards crypto being accepted. And that's why we see a lot of exchanges giving more and more budget. So I'm seeing a shift to that direction. I'm seeing a shift obviously in AI, and AI with DeFi is the perfect combination. It's a trend stack. And I think this is going to continue and just go on and go up.
I'm working in crypto market from many years ago, 8-9 years. We are content creator. We provide educational content for our users and we teach them how to be alive in the market. So we have 5 YouTube channels, 4 Telegram, and we are active in all of the social media.
What's the main shift you've seen in trends in the last few months?
I think these days the main trends is everyone's trying to tokenize everything. So for example, you can buy a house with token, you can buy a car, and they produce NFT. And we are in a era that everyone that wants to make crypto a little bit easier. As I understand, MetaEarth trying to do it by giving the people airdrop and give, so they're motivated how to come to use the crypto and blockchain.
Just to give you a little bit of better context, what we do, we are actually tokenizing people basically. Because we are doing a decentralized ID on chain. So it's tokenizing people, but they're owning their data, you know, their data is not exposed and they can prove their personhood and eligibility without, you know, every time give all the information to a third party, let's say. You upload once all your information, so let's say your ID, your national ID, your address, and then face verification, and we assign you a token ID. For now we have 40 nodes, okay, but we're aiming to 200 nodes, which will be 1 for each country. Become a DAO as well, voting for regional things. Let's say tomorrow I'm going to Dubai, I move to Dubai. I don't need to give all my information. I can just give my token ID and they can see I'm eligible for a visa.
So wow, this is the future. It's like passports.
Yes, exactly. It's like a digital passport. Yeah, where you own your data.
Does your app have support wallets also, so people can, for example, keep their assets in your...
Yeah, it's a wallet as well. And we are also interoperable. So we have interoperability with other blockchain, we support cross-chain. We're hoping to create a future where people don't have to go through KYC all the times, but they can just show their MeID to prove something.
Great. I will go back and introduce your project to our Persian community. It's so interesting and so something from future. I really like it.
Do you think liquidity still have to come and we still have to have a bull run, or this bull run is almost finished?
It's a tough question, but I think it depends on several aspects. But I think we only have 1 month at most If the Trump and Powell decrease their interest rate, of course there will be a bull run. That's why I'm telling there is at most we have 1 month. But I think 80%, 90%, yes, we do have bull run. But the main difference is this bull run from last bull run.
Yeah.
Because this bull run, there are several things. First, all the people has more knowledge and they more familiar with crypto and blockchain. Yeah. So they will invest with knowledge in project. Yeah. The other different thing is this time there are lots of new projects, lots of new coin tokens. So the liquidity has
spread around. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in this time, I think it's not like this. All the things pumps and goes up. The really good ones will be pumped.
Yeah. And also, institution will only invest in a few strong projects.
Exactly.
So liquidity will be addressed only to that, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We met amazing people, grew the MetaEarth family, and onboarded tons of new users. Follow us to catch part 2, our epic Istanbul Blockchain Week side event with all local KOLs.